want to welcome everyone to this exciting day. So great to see so many of you today on a hot Thursday. My name's Suzanne Grubmeyer. I'm the Executive Director of Arkansas Parks and Recreation Foundation, and I'm proud to be here. I'd like to start by recognizing a few people that have joined us today. Hunter Sadler with Congressman Hill's office, Caleb Stanton with Governor Hutchinson's office, State Representative Andrew Collins, and if I've missed anyone that walked in, I apologize, but thank you all for coming. I'd also like to take a second to recognize members of our board who couldn't be with us today. Jim Schamberger, Jane Rogers, Brian Day, Craig Seuss, and Ed Nicholson. We're grateful to be here with you today in person, celebrating this exciting new trail system. I'm proud to be standing next to so many people that are delightful to work for or work with. Mayor Scott, since taking office, you've championed quality of life and unity of our city. I believe River Mountain and Two Rivers Park will exemplify those values. Thank you for believing in our work and championing it. You also lead a team of talented people who work tirelessly for this city and provide special parks for everyone. A special thank you to our core team, Amber Brown with the foundation, our city team, John Eckert and Leland Couch, Jackie Collins, Ron Ross, John Light, Grant Morris, and countless others. Your work exceeded a high quality standard. Thank you for each of you for your hard labor, partnership, and value you added to this project. Gary Vernon, the work you do on behalf of the Walton Personal Philanthropy Group is changing communities in our state to be healthier, think bigger, and have fun. Thank you for sharing the love of outdoor recreation opportunities with Little Rock and Arkansas. In addition to key partners, we're lucky to have city leaders support this project. City Director Cappy Peck, you are a critical team player, and we're happy to be working with you in Ward 4. And thank you to Gretchen and the Little Rock Convention Visitors Bureau. Thank you for your team and for working with us to make a meaningful space for locals and visitors in Little Rock. I hope it brings you joy to tell people about another wonderful outdoor offering to elevate this beautiful city. Seems like yesterday we were just announcing this project in the midst of unknown times, where gatherings like today would not be possible. We learned a lot during that time, and we are emerging from the pandemic in a wonderful position as a state. The natural state invested in outdoor recreation that rivals any place in this country. And here in Little Rock, we're inspiring people from all over to see world-class quality offerings like River Mountain Park, the Arkansas River Trail, and the Little Maumelle River. When evaluating this project, our foundation looked at River Mountain as a whole and what would make a true mountain bike destination for people who live here and people who would come and visit. We worked with the city to study River Mountain Road that connects to Two Rivers Park. We found that on a weekend in early April, we saw 14,000 passes by motor vehicles and bikes. And the Two Rivers County side, that same weekend, roughly 5,500 passes. People enjoying this beautiful place connected to downtown Little Rock, the river, and Pinnacle Mountain State Park. Located off Cantrell Highway 10 and just west of Interstate 430. The elevation and diverse terrain provides an ideal trail system that welcomes toddlers to ride their balance bike and beginner rides at Two Rivers Park, once completed at the end of June, to the most advanced rider on the Black Line at River Mountain. And with this new addition of mountain biking, this area is one of the most exciting spots in the state for outdoor recreation. All of this happened because of the City of Little Rock Park's vision, the mayor's commitment to quality of life in our community, Add a visionary philanthropic family with a commitment to our state who want to provide access and opportunity for people and communities, and our organization that works to provide exceptional recreational opportunities across our state. Big things happen when we bring our best foot forward. We are proud to be with you today, delighted in what has been created by Rock Solid Trail Contracting, and cannot wait to hear about the countless adventures ahead for everyone of all ages and families and friends across the state. And with that, I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Gary Vernon with the Walton Personal Philanthropy Group.
Thank you, Suzanne. Good job. Well, congratulations, Little Rock. You're a mountain bike destination. You know, just down the road with Pinnacle Mountain State Park and their Monument Trail, and now with River Mountain, this creates quite an experience. It actually has me driving from Bentonville to come here and ride, and that is a big deal. Mayor Scott, we appreciate your leadership in all this. Thank you very much. I really got to give a shout out to John Eckert, our Parks Director. It's his vision that brought this here. He traveled up. What Leland Couch told me was John showed up 4 years ago and said, why don't we have mountain bike trails? And here we are. So John and Leland traveled up to Northwest Arkansas and toured around with us and came back pretty inspired and created this. And we've really got to give a thanks to Suzanne Grubmeyer and Amber Brown to oversee this project. When those two, the two most powerful women in trail building, when they show up in your town, special things are going to happen.
That's right.
But now the city has real momentum, and I know there's a vision, Mayor John Eckert. There's a vision to create a corridor of trails that go from here all the way to Hyman Park, and that is going to be super special. That's going to create access to citizens to get outside and get active, and that is the secret formula to get people active. And really, it's really important to make sure we focus on our kids and get them excited about getting outdoors, getting on bicycles, getting on trails, because there's a lot of competition to keep them inside with screens, video games, and all that. The true competition is that experience of flying on a bicycle through the woods on a downhill trail. That's the true competitor to video games. So it's pretty scary if you look at the studies out there that tens and thousands of kids each year will never learn how to ride a bicycle. And that's where we're really excited about some of the things we've done around the state with kindergarten and first grade kids getting on Strider bikes and learning how to pedal, how to balance. And I think that's going to happen here in Little Rock pretty soon. So, building world-class trails are definitely part of Stuart and Tom Walton's strategy to create a world-class destination in the state of Arkansas. And this strategy is seeing positive economic impact around the state. It's bringing industry here. It's adding jobs, providing healthy lifestyles. And, you can look back over the last 10 years at the growth in trails and outdoor recreation and be amazed. But truthfully, you haven't seen anything yet. Things are going to happen over the 5 and 10 years that we'll all be amazed. And we're excited about it. So thank you for having us. Thanks again for the vision. And Mayor Scott, my friend, thank you very much. And with no introduction needed for the mayor, come on up.
Gary, thank you and the Walton family so much. We're not here today without you. We are grateful for the $2.6 million that you've invested in Little Rock and Central Arkansas. We're also not here today without Suzanne Grubmeyer and Amber and the Arkansas Parks Recreation Foundation. We're not here today definitely because every good leader hires and keeps other leaders that are smarter than he or she. And I can tell you right now, John Eckert and Leland are smarter than me. I knew nothing about mountain biking or trails. I'm just a little old boy from Southwest Little Rock, and I can tell you right now, they have changed my mind about it. But also, they lead a great team with our Parks and Recreation Department. So let's give them a round of applause. I stand here today grateful to have a leader like Ward 4 City Director Kathy Peck, who truly is a lover of trails and parks And we are a city in a park. When we think about Little Rock, we are the next city. The next city that everyone is already talking about. Wallet Hub have already said that we are ranked in the top 10 of the cities that people travel to in the summer. And the reason why is because we have a vision to unite, grow, and transform Little Rock. And we're able to unite, grow, and transform Little Rock because of parks and trails and overall quality of life and place. The great thing about parks and trails, it connects everyone irrespective of their sex, their gender, their race, or their culture, because when we get outside, we get active and we are able to build relationships, build trust, and to execute together. This is not only about quality of life, this is about economics. Parks and trails are the new economic development model. Not only economics, it's also about mobilization and access and help ensure that no matter where you are, who you are, that you will be able to translate and transportate and mobilize together. So this is a big day and more is to come. Thank you so much. I now have the pleasure to introduce my grad school classmate and the CEO of the Little Rock Convention and Visitors Bureau, Gretchen Hall.
Thank you, Mayor. And I appreciate you teeing up some of my talking points too, Mayor. I'll get to some of those economic benefits with a few numbers for you. But good morning. It is great to be here today. It is my pleasure to join you all for this exciting ribbon cutting. Sorry, I should take those off too. The new 10 miles of the River Mountain Trail System brings our total inventory to almost 1,250 miles of cycling trails in Central Arkansas. That's phenomenal. We've long been known for our road cycling and, of course, our wonderful Arkansas River Trail. But with this addition, Central Arkansas now has 7 mountain biking trail systems of varying levels of difficulty. And the next speaker is going to tell you why this one is so extraordinarily special. With direct access now from the Arkansas River Trail, these trails will be incredibly convenient for our guests that stay in hotels downtown and that want to traverse out here on their bicycles to the River Mountain Park. The route will also take them by some of our wonderful locally owned restaurants in not only downtown but the Riverdale areas as well. There were more than 33,000 riders and cyclists that experienced the recently opened Pinnacle Mountain Trails within their first 4 months. We expect to exceed those numbers here at this trail, but that proves that Little Rock residents and visitors alike are eager to use these assets, and they're coming to our community to experience them. As the mayor did mention, the benefits of cycling are expansive, not only from improving the quality of life and creating more livable communities to the various health benefits that have been mentioned, but there's also a tremendous economic impact and benefit to cycling. According to the 2017 Outdoor Recreation Economy Report, cycling participants spent $83 billion on trip-related sales. We call that cycling tourism. Additionally, the Bureau of Economic Analysis included outdoor recreation in their calculations of the U.S. GDP for the first time ever in 2018. The estimated economic impact of outdoor recreation was $734 billion. That surpassed industries such as agriculture, petroleum and coal, and computer and electronic products. That's huge. The BEA also estimated that cycling contributes $96 billion in annual retail sales, and that will be wonderful for our community. Here in Arkansas, the Walton Family Foundation, in collaboration with People for Bikes, commissioned a study in 2018 noting that bicycle tourism is a significant economic driver right here in the natural state, and tourists spent $27 million in local businesses each year. So again, tremendous impact. So needless to say, today's edition is a big deal. It is a big boost to our tourism product. And from Suzanne's comments, it is a big boost. It's a big deal. It's a special day. The mayor also mentioned, or Suzanne mentioned, big things happen here, and the mayor also mentioned the word big, and so I would be remiss if I didn't say everyone on today's lineup, thank you. They all made major contributions, as well as a lot of those in the audience today. And I would say that not only am I, but also everyone here today, we are big on Little Rock, and we're very excited about this edition. So thank you for being here today. And it's my pleasure to turn it over to John Eckert, who has been introduced a couple of times and recognized. He is our Parks Director here in Little Rock, doing a fabulous job. He too is big on Little Rock, and also will give you some real important details about why this trail is so special. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gretchen. I can't tell you how excited I am to be here today to celebrate this wonderful project. Before I get into that, I really want to thank a few people. City Manager Bruce Moore, Mayor Frank Scott Jr. Your support of Parks and Recreation has been unmatched, and I want to say thank you for rarely saying no. I don't think you've said no once yet, which I do appreciate. So when I come to you with the next crazy idea, I'm hoping it's a yes. So. Ward 4 Director Cappy Peck, thank you for your involvement throughout. Your work with our department and the residents of Ward 4 was key to making this project such a success. As mentioned, I have a great crew that works with us, a great team. Leland Couch, our Parks Design Manager, he's done an incredible job with this project, and it really wouldn't be as successful it is without his effort and his knowledge and his dedication to this project. Jackie Collins, you're standing on his workmanship. There's not a better construction manager in the state, in my opinion, and he's done a fantastic job for our department for many years, and he's done a fantastic job for this project. Suzanne and Amber with the Arkansas Parks Foundation, you have been tremendous partners in this project, and I think Gary said it well. If they're on a project, you better step out of the way. They are the best project managers. They're best for this mountain biking in the state of Arkansas, and we're incredibly thankful to partner with you on this project. And finally, I want to thank Gary Vernon. Without Gary taking the time to talk to me 3 years ago, for taking the time to come down to Little Rock and to sprint up these hills and really have the imagination to see what could be, we wouldn't be sitting here today. And with that, this project didn't happen overnight. It has been a process. During my initial conversations with Gary, he really stressed the importance of having a plan, not only for one project, but for what we could be seeing in the future for this city. So that's what we did. We went out and got a consultant. They came to town. They went around with us, looked at all of our assets, looked at our entire park system, and said what we all know. We have an incredible park system, natural beauty that is unmatched, and we are very lucky to have this in our city. But as Gary saw and as they saw, River Mountain was really the diamond in the rough. This had the potential. It is 300 feet of elevation change. There's so much you can do with this piece of land, and also the location is unmatched in the access to not only for residents of the city, but for those in the surrounding area. And so in that plan, we came up with 7 different projects. And I'm happy to say that project number 1, we're going to be opening today. I'm also happy to say that projects 2 and 3 and 4 are in the works. Boyle Park, we're working on getting a construction crew out there this fall, and hopefully we'll be standing there at the end of this year to open up that facility. Also Park, design is underway on new mountain biking trails in that system, as well as Western Hills. So we've got a lot of little irons in the fire, and this is not going to be our last celebration this year. Thank you. Without, I mentioned Cappy, her dedication and her leadership has been really key to this project. From the beginning, she was on board, involving the community, involving the Walden Heights Neighborhood Association, and they have been involved every step of the way, and has been lockstep with us in creating this project and during the design as well, giving feedback, giving concerns, and we've really done a great job of listening to the community and addressing their concerns, and what you see today is what the result is. So thank you, Cappy, for all your help. Now, this will be our cornerstone of our mountain bike opportunities in the city, and will be a tremendous catalyst for things to come. And the caliber of this project will not only create extraordinary opportunities for our residents, will be a catalyst for outdoor tourism for our city. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Director Cappy Peck, the best director in all of the land.
I feel like I need some pom-poms. Everybody's been pretty subdued, but that is just not in my vocabulary. I am so freaking excited to be here today. This has been 3 years in the works. We could not have done this without the partnership. Suzanne, Amber, Gary, John, Mayor, Park staff. I mean, John Eckert, it's your vision, and it's coming true. I am the city director for Ward 4. My house is about 1 mile that way. We have 63 parks in Little Rock, and this is my favorite, not just because it's in my backyard. This is going to be incredible, whether it's a hard surface or soft surface you're looking for, beginners, advanced, and let's not mention the waterway. My friend Sam Ellis, who's on the Parks and Recreation Commission with me, has seen what the pandemic did to people's appreciation for parks. A real quality of life game changer, and now it's just exploding. I could not be happier, and thank you, John, for mentioning the Walton Heights neighborhood. This wouldn't happen without the neighborhood being invested and interested, and we have been in dialogue with them every single step of the way. Everybody else has said everything else, so I just want you all to grab a bike, grab a kayak, enjoy it, and help us rebuild the rock. The sales tax initiative will be voted on September the 14th. Over 30% of that money will go to our 63 parks. Support it, support Little Rock. Thank you to everybody, and welcome to River Mountain Park.
Thank you to everyone again for joining us today. Whoop. That's not good. Did that mess up your? I hope you got everyone else's. I wanted to, before we cut the ribbon and officially open River Mountain Park, I wanted to just remind you that on Saturday from 10 to 2, we will be having a party in the park to welcome River Mountain Trail System to Little Rock. We'll have food trucks. Loblolly and El Sur will be joining us. We have guided rides, so for beginners at 10 a.m. there is a adult beginner, or I'm sorry, 10 a.m. is a children's, nope, 10 a.m. is adults, adult beginner ride, 11 a.m. is children beginner ride, then we have an advanced ride at 1 p.m. There's also going to be a maintenance clinic, as well as giveaways, and Lost 40 Beer is giving away beer, and lots of vendors, lots of celebration. So I invite you to bring your families, bring your friends, and come ride. And with that, if the speakers can come up, and we will cut the ribbon.